Just imagine, in the middle of the ongoing T20 league, Mumbai declare themselves as champions. Well, that's just weird, right? But that's just how the US elections work. We here at Sports Adda believe in waiting patiently for the events to unfold. And we'll do just that. Well, this is Sports Adda Presents Doubtful Review System. My name's Riddhima Pathak. Well, joining me in this fifth episode, which I call the Fantastic Four, is the number one express fast bowler, Brett Lee. Hi, Brett. Welcome to Sports Adda Presents Doubtful Review.
Namaste, Riddhima.
Namaste. This is always really beautiful to get it from you. And I've never heard such an adorable namaste from anyone, I must say. Well, Brett, even though Punjab didn't make it into the Final Four, it still is a very, very competitive Final Four.
Yeah, look, it is. There's no real side yet where you'd go an out-and-out winner of this league. So you think about Mumbai, they're playing some really, really good cricket. You think about Hyderabad are now finding some form at the right time. Delhi are obviously been a good team throughout the tournament. And then Bangalore are also now trying to find their way in these placings as well. So you got four great sides, and I probably think the four sides that should have been there from the start. Even though I picked Chennai from the outset, I was way off.
Also Punjab. They didn't make it.
Of course, Punjab, but I'm still sort of, that's hit me in the heart deep, so I didn't want to mention them.
All right, I get it. Well, Sports Adda is that one place where you get all the news, features, interviews, and whatnot. Latest updates from sports like cricket, football, and kabaddi. And if you're watching this on YouTube, the download link of the app is in the description below. And with that, let's start with our very first segment, Brett, shall we? Front foot, please.
Do it.
Even though it's just the very first segment, I plan to put you in the hotspot right from the beginning. And this segment is called Goodbye or Not Such a Good Buy. And by buy, I mean a good bargain. All right, so I'm just going to give you some names and you tell me your decision whether it's a good buy or not such a good buy. Is that okay?
Right.
All right, the very first name coming your way is Kedar Jadhav.
Well, Kedar Jadhav is a quality player. We all know that. But I think in this year's tournament, it has been not such a good buy.
Okay. What about Chris Gayle?
Chris Gayle is the universe boss. Of course, that's a good buy. He's a great buy. I'd put him in as a great buy. When he got injected into the team, he looked like a different player. They changed the whole structure. So a good buy, 100%.
For me, it is, why did we have to say a buy so early for Chris Gayle? So it's that feeling. Sunil Narine.
Sunil Narine, look, he's a quality player. Everyone knows that for Kolkata. Hasn't had the greatest of tournaments, but I'd still put him in the category of a good buy.
Okay. And what about Jaydev Unadkat?
Jaydev Unadkat to me is, he's been a bit predictable again this year. He's had a couple of good seasons, but I think that he's at the back end of his career now with all due respect. So I have to put him in as a not so good buy.
All right. Well, I just have to say you played this really, really well. And let's put you on the spot again, but in our next moment, which is most likely to win it. All right, Brett. With that, let's move on to most likely to win it. Now, some people may say that the whole point of recording this particular video is for me to ask you who's going to be the champion. But I'm not going to let you go so easy. So I'm going to give you a couple of scenarios and you have to name the person who's going to probably win that scenario. And whichever team he represents, we're just going to calculate that and figure out which team has won at the end. Does that sound good to you?
Let's do it. Sounds great.
All right. So the very first one coming your way, Brett, is sign a pro modeling contract.
Probably Mr. Big Biceps, Marcus Stoinis.
Okay. All right. Write a bestseller.
Bestseller? Well, it'd probably have to be a batsman or a spinner. So I'd probably go Washington Sundar. He looks like a pretty astute sort of guy. So Mr. Sundar.
All right. Mr. Sundar, it is. Go on a space mission.
Space mission would have to be, let's go a fast bowler because they've got plenty of, excitement, energy around them and they're not scared. So Basil Thumpy.
Okay. All right. Remain calm during a storm.
Oh, definitely Super K, Kane Williamson. He's great under pressure, a great leader. Kane Williamson for sure.
Okay. All right. Be lost in the Dubai airport. All of us.
Yeah, probably all of us. Well, a person that has gone home early from the competition, but Mitchell Marsh, I think. He's always got his
Why that?
headset on.
Ah,
He's always listening to music, so he might get distracted.
okay. Win an Olympic gold in synchronized swimming.
Well, that's a tough one. Maybe Dale Steyn, because he loves his surfing. He'd be good in the water. To be a fast bowler, you have to be very, very coordinated. So I put those two together. Synchronized swimming, Dale Steyn.
Dale Steyn, okay. Win a cook-off challenge.
Cook-off challenge. Probably Moen Ali, I think. It looks
Is
as
he a
though
good
he'd
cook?
be I don't know. I've got no idea, but it looks as though that he'd be a decent chef. He'd prepare some good food, I reckon.
Okay, so with that, Brett, we have a tie between Hyderabad and Bangalore. We've got
Not
3
another
points for
super over.
Hyderabad, 3 points for Bangalore, and that is probably going to be the scenario. But having said that, how do we do this? Let's have a super over, shall we?
We've had a few this tournament, so let's have another one. Why not?
Why not? All right. So here's the question for the super over. Which team has the most energy?
Well, the team with the most energy, I'd pick a player first, and I'd go Rashid Khan, because he's buzzing around, looks as though that he's always full of energy, like he's had 1,000 coffees. So Rashid Khan, Hyderabad.
All right, so with that, we've got Hyderabad as the winner with that answer. So well played, Brett. And let's shift gears to our next moment. And this is where we discuss some rules which are in question. So Brett, in the last week, in this ever-evolving landscape of cricket, 2 rules were debated and talked about. And the very first one is slightly more technical in nature. We had Shane Warne's frustration over the element of umpire's call, which was noticeable when he claimed that the same ball should not be out and not out at the same time. And hence, when an on-field call is challenged, there need not be a compulsion to sort of follow suit with the umpire's call. What are your thoughts about it?
I do agree with Shane Warne. And look, I hate the umpire's call. I really do. I like the umpire on the ground to make the call, not the umpire's call up in the third umpire chair type of thing. So to me, when I grew up playing cricket and we have the technology, so if the ball's going to go on to hit the stumps, then it should be given out. I understand that if it pitches outside leg, it can't be given out. That's fine. Or hits him outside the line of off stump, that's fine too. But if they're saying that it has to be more than half a ball to go on to hit off stump, or more than half a ball to hit leg stump, to me that takes away half a stump each side. So, essentially bowling at 2 stumps, which I don't like.
Yeah.
I think we have the technology. We've got the wonderful options there to say the ball is going to clip the stumps. To me, if it clips the stumps, it should be out. So I don't like the umpire's call, because then the third umpire has to find a way to go against the umpire on the field to overturn it completely, or then agree with him, which I don't think is right.
Okay. And then let's move on to the second one, which is, pretty straightforward. After Dhaval Kulkarni got hit on his head, oh my God, what a sight that was. But Sachin Tendulkar spoke in favor of making helmets compulsory. And he also took to Twitter and asked, the game has become faster, but is it getting safer?
Yeah, look, I think that it has to be a personal preference on the cricket field. I'll say where I want to make helmets compulsory are on the motorbikes on the roads here in India. That should be the most important rule in the world. When you talk about cricket, then if you then say a person or a batsman has to wear his helmet compulsory, that's fine. And I do think it's best thing for the game. But batsmen won't want to do it when it's too hot. They're playing against spin. Then do you then go that whole next branch and say, well, hang on, maybe the guys in the inner circle should wear a helmet too, or the bowler should wear a helmet, because let's be honest, they are hitting the ball a lot harder. I do agree with Sachin though. I do agree with it's very dangerous, and the best way to stop a person getting injured for a batsman to wear a helmet, I think, it's going to be very, very hard to police.
Well, with that concludes our opening spell, and let's put you on the hot spot if we haven't done that already, which is our next segment now. All right, Brett, it is the hot spot, and you're very well aware of the drill. I'm going to give you a couple of options. You're free to choose one, and tell me what you think about the scenario. So you ready to be in the hot spot?
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay. So your options are, number 1, the person who watched Rajasthan's first game of the tournament at Sharjah subsequently went into a coma, and he woke up today to find his team at the bottom of the points table. You have a minute to help him make sense of this world. So that's your option number 1. Option number 2 is, you are the selector of the Indian T20 League All-Stars 11. So you have to select 11 players who you think should feature in your best side. Same rules, you can only have 4 foreign professionals. So, you have to give me a suggestive all-star lineup. And option number 3 is, the Indian T20 League is a mirror of the changing pace DNA in Indian cricket. How do you see it booming from here on? These are your 3 options.
Well, there's 3 great options there, Riddhima, but I'd have to go with Rajasthan. So if this gentleman's just woken up and he's found his beloved Rajasthan team at the bottom of the table and he's trying to find reasons why, and I have to agree that I'm actually dumbfounded as well. Like, how can they play such good cricket and then be at the bottom of the table? So what I'd explain to him is that this year's tournament has been so close. You think about the players and the teams that we've seen have been so tight on the leaderboard. It's been a compressed leaderboard. And what I mean by that is that we see teams like Rajasthan where they're a chance to go into the top 4, or if they lost, they end up down the bottom. And it's the first time I've seen that throughout the last 13 years of this tournament, because it comes down to net run rate, and teams that are very close or on the same amount of points, net run rate can cost you in the end. So unfortunately, the likes of Tawatia that we saw the carnage up at Sharjah, the teams that Rajasthan went on to beat that have now gone above them, they missed that last game, and because they missed out on that last game winning, they went from a chance to be in the playoffs right down to the bottom. He's woken up, they've got the wooden spoon, but all is not lost. They're a great side, they've proven that this year, and I believe next year's tournament they'll come back bigger and stronger than what they did this year.
Well, Brett, all I can say is that was really calm and patient of you, and what a fantastic piece of advice. But what if the fan just starts screaming and shouting and crying and sobbing? How do you take care of him then?
Well, as I said, it's a tough one, but you have to also appreciate the good style of cricket which Rajasthan have played. So I know it's hard, and it's hard when we pick a team to go on to win the tournament, and then they get kicked out or they get not to that next stage. But look, that's cricket, that's life, that's sport. That's the reason why we love it.
Well, with that, Brett, it's time we shift gears to the most interesting segment that we always do on Doubt Review System. And this is where we get the fans in. So let the battle, or rather the war, begin. Shall we?
Let's do it.
Well, with that, Brett, it's time for the loudest segment. We have the company of all the 4 deeply passionate fans cheering for the sides in their playoffs. So first up, Brett, we do have the repeat defenders. Chinmay is playing bold for Bangalore. Kiran supports Hyderabad. Joy is rooting for Delhi. And Jay is eyeing another championship for Mumbai. And first up in the battle, we've got Chinmay going up against the Orange Army of Kiran. So welcome, gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Let's have them on.
Hey guys, how's everyone doing?
Hey Kiran, nice to see you again, mate.
Hi Brett, Riddhima, Kiran, hello again.
Hey buddy, how's things?
What's up, guys? So take it. The center stage is yours. So guys, you know it. The red corner, Chinmay going up against Kiran. So Chinmay and Kiran, go for it. The center stage is yours.
Right, hi Kiran, how are you doing?
Hey man, how's it going? Glad to see you in the playoffs.
Yeah man, same here. Cool, Kiran, see, had it been a TikTok and you could re-record to fix what's broken, Hyderabad actually had a chance, man.
Was that a joke? I mean, that's almost as bad as Bangalore. But you know what? Have you seen Chahal's videos? I think our batsmen are a little more scared of being in his videos than they actually are of his bowling. So I don't think that's the way to go if you're a Bangalore fan, honestly.
See, if you haven't noticed yet, the mood in Bangalore camp is pretty great with Kohli turning 32. The party was pretty good. You wouldn't know what a party is, because you need to have a celebration. You wouldn't know it.
I mean, it's pretty rich that the team that hasn't actually got a title to their name is talking about parties. We've had a couple of them. We know how to celebrate it. So stay in your lane, mate. Stay in your lane.
That's a very good point, Kieran. Very good point.
Yeah. What has been around the corner? And so, guys, any closing comments you want to say to each other? Because the battle is on.
Well, we've got the match coming up, and we've done this before. We've been here before. It's a crunch match, Hyderabad versus Bangalore. Historically, there's always been only one winner, and the law of averages might suggest they have a chance, but the law of averages only favors people who've never won before. So it's Hyderabad all the way. I'm sorry, go Orange Army.
I really feel the way this year has turned out with all the surprises, this could be a surprise. Virat Kohli winning the first ever championship trophy would be a big deal, and I think I'm rooting for that, and I hope the whole country will enjoy our captain winning the trophy. So Kiran, don't mind if the fans are supporting our team.
I think he's got a good point there because it has been a different 2020, hasn't it? It's been played at a different venue. So I also do believe that Bangalore are a good chance.
Yep, Bangalore has always been the king of good times. But guess what? It is not really good times in 2020 though. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thanks a lot. Now, up next in the ring are the two Jays. And they cannot be more different in terms of their alliances. Joy and Jay, let's see what you've got.
Namaste, Joy. Kaise?
Hey,
I'm great.
there.
How are
Hi,
you?
Riddhima. How are you doing?
Hey, Jay. How are you, buddy?
Fantastic.
Nice to see you. Namaste.
Okay, go for it, guys. Don't be so gentle.
So before we start, I just wanted to ask Jay. I mean, now that Rohit Sharma has got 13 ducks, and I think that's the joint most ducks in the league. So how does it feel? I mean, now Rohit Sharma should be branded the Bombay Duck, I guess.
Oh my God.
It's weird. We're talking about ducks after your team's top order dropped 3, and your best batsman has 3 in his last 4. So I don't know why you're talking about ducks. But anyway, whatever. Whatever floats your boat.
So see, that was just one off day, right? Even champions have one off day. So yesterday was just like that, And if I may remind, how Mumbai won its first title was the same scenario. If I'm not wrong, they lost to Chennai in the first playoff, and then they went on to win. Do you recall something? So I think something on those lines is on the cards.
Yeah, I mean, you hope so, but if you remember last year, Chennai lost the first qualifier against us. We thrashed them, and then we beat them in the final again. So I think it's the same thing that's going to happen this year. The second best team is going to lose 4 times to Mumbai, who are 5-time champions now. Wow.
Yeah. So I think one good thing for Mumbai yesterday was that Ishan Kishan finally got some chance, and
it's not finally when you have 400 runs in a season.
I think the good thing, guys, is that you're both supporting teams that wear blue. So essentially, we both are winners.
Well, it's only the Delhi people. It's only the Delhi fans that are feeling the blues right now. I mean, we're doing fine.
Feeling the blues, I think that's okay. I mean, we were still second in the league, so I think we've dominated enough. You've been lucky 1 or 2 times more, so that's okay. I mean, finals is still there. Tournament's not over. It's like every vote counts.
You're already there. I mean, you have to reach the final yet. I mean, Sunrisers are in pretty good form, and Bangalore have been touted the team of destiny.
It's okay.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. Just reach there, and then we'll talk more, I guess.
All right, good stuff, guys.
The talent's right there. We'll bounce back. It was just one blip, and that's fine. Every champion has a blip, and that's how we see it. So that's fine.
By the way, that's 5 blips in the last 6 matches, just so you know.
That was okay. See, wait. See, we've already qualified for the top 4, right? We didn't have to do a lot of things. So we tried giving chances. We tried experimenting. You see.
They contributed a lot to the excitement of the league. But Brett, I have a question for you. Trent Bolt against the Indian openers. How do you see that?
Well, Trent Bolt's a genius. I mean, he's hopefully he's fully fit for his next game, and if he is, he's got beautiful shape. So the way that he shapes the ball back in to the right-handed batsman, he's dominated over 20 wickets this season so far. He's a class act. So I think on his day he can knock over any Indian batsman, definitely.
Okay. Now, just as structured that was, gentlemen, I want this particular battle to be as structured. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to give each of you guys a minute to explain to Brett as to why should your team be the final champions. So let's start with Jay, followed by Joy, and then Kiran and Chinmay.
Well, I don't really need a minute because it's just simple fact. It's our sixth final. We've played in the final more times than all these other three teams combined. We've won it more than all other three teams combined. I mean, there's no real competition. We have the championship pedigree. All our players are in form, with the exception of Rohit Sharma, but he's due a big innings and you never know. In the final, he might just show up and just take the whole thing. Just be the guy who guides us to another title. And I just feel bad for these guys because I think the record for the biggest victory in the final is 2011 when Chennai beat Bangalore by 58 runs. So I just hope that one of these three teams don't end up losing by that much and just break that unfortunate record. So yeah, fingers crossed for you guys. Hope you all do well. Enjoy the runners-up trophy.
Awesome. Okay, but I think it's a weird year. It's neither an even year nor an odd year. So yeah, Mumbai may have a chance. With that, Joy, it's your turn.
I'd say one thing: every leap year in this tournament has seen a new champion. So this year, you'll probably look at a new champion, and that's going to be Delhi. So, I mean, see, it's as simple. Like after yesterday, everybody is like just written off Delhi. But again, I'd like to say it was just a blip. And I like to see the overconfidence from Mumbai side that may lead to their downfall. So I'm hoping for that. Rabada is still Rabada, Nokia is still Nokia. And we'll bounce back from this. And we've already have a championship DNA in Ricky Ponting. Brett knows the best. He's been with Ricky Ponting and he knows he has the capability to turn things around. He has the capability to, excite the boys, motivate the boys again. So yeah, I'm damn sure we'll be turning this around, and finals we'll see Mumbai again. And this time it's not going to be the same.
All right.
Very good.
Brett, any comments on Delhi here?
I like what Joy said about Ricky Ponting because it's important to have a good side, but you also need good structure at the top, and that's a great coach, and they've definitely got that.
Awesome, Kiran, the stage is all yours.
Hey guys, thanks. I think it's time for my 60 seconds, and I've got a fair few things to say. It's been a topsy-turvy year for Hyderabad, but it's been a great comeback of sorts, bouncing back to win 3-4 on the trot to qualify for the playoffs. And I think we can take great heart in the fact that we've beaten the three other fellow playoff qualifiers in the matches leading up to qualification. So that's one thing over there. The middle order finally looks settled with Jason Holder providing with both bat and ball. And then we've got, as far as everyone's bringing up stats about years goes, if anyone's noticed, 2016 was when Hyderabad won. 2017, the final was in Hyderabad. 2018, Hyderabad was in the final. 2019, the final was in Hyderabad. And now it's 2020. So I just think, as David Warner's already said, he's taken a very aggressive approach towards this whole thing. He's not even saying we're going to take it one game at a time. None of that stuff. He's just directly come out and said that we've got to win 3 games to win this tournament, and that's our aim right now. So I love the bullishness from Warner. I love the way the team's set up right now. I love the form that everybody's in, from Warner to Rashid to Kane to Holder, and I just got a really good feeling about this. Bring on whoever it is that's coming. Bangalore first, and then Delhi, and then Mumbai. We're going to take them all.
Well done, Kieran. Brilliant. Very good, mate.
Brilliant.
Thanks, Fred.
All right. Chinmay, can you put up a show better than that?
I mean, I don't know, but let's see. Let's try.
Go for it.
Yeah, so with everything that has happened this year, I have no reason not to believe that Bangalore won't win this title. I mean, if Chris Morris and Yuzvendra Chahal delivers the goods with the ball, we have already shown that our batting is pretty crazy and we have as good a batting lineup as any other team in this tournament. But before anything else, I would just want to talk to Joy about the game that happened last night. Joy, next time if you break a signal in Delhi and someone asks you, "Hey, tu janta hai mera baap kaun hai?" Just say Jasprit Bumrah and get out. Just say that and get out.
Yeah, just like how you get out of the tournament every time.
Yes, not this time. Not this time.
I get it. You'll be experienced in getting out. So yeah, I can understand.
My tissues are ready. Okay, I'm ready to cry.
Oh God.
Well done. Good debate, gents. Good debate.
Oh God! Just when I was about to say this particular episode seems so much more structured, just like the playoffs. We had a finish like that.
Brilliant. But I have to say, Riddhima, that they had some very good arguments. A lot of pros and cons. Reasons why their side will win and the reasons why the other sides won't win. But fantastic arguments there.
Perfect. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thanks a lot for joining in. But Brett, your closing comments on which side did you think it did well in this particular competition?
Oh, this particular competition, I'd have to go. I think Joy made some really good comments about Delhi. I think everyone did a great job, but I've got to lean towards Joy with his argument. I thought he had some good structure. He mentioned the coach, mentioned the way that they play the game. Kieran also mentioned the fact that Hyderabad and that bullishness from David Warner, and obviously Jay with Mumbai had some really good ideas because they've been, Mumbai have been right through. They've been there, they've done that. And Chamway with Bangalore had some really good points as well, but I'll have to go with Delhi, I think.
So you
All
see,
right.
everyone, you see who's going to win the tournament.
This is probably the only thing Delhi are going to win in the playoffs. So congratulations on that. But Brett,
Congratulations on your only win for the rest of the
before we
season.
started recording, Brett, I heard you say Hyderabad. So I'm hoping you're still sticking with that.
Well, what my point was going to be, and my closing comments was going to be, is that I've picked Delhi to win the argument here between you four gentlemen, but I'm actually going to go with Hyderabad to win the championship.
Nice. And why is that?
I just think that they've found some form. I think the other evening, the last game with Mumbai and Hyderabad, Mumbai played their second string side. It got some really good form for Hyderabad. They went out, David Warner was brilliant at the top of the order. Sahar was outstanding. So they found some form at the right time. David Warner is a key player who's a great leader. He's been there before. They've won the title before. They found momentum. I love that word momentum. To me, that's what this whole last 8 weeks has been about. If you can find momentum at the right time, you can execute your plans at the right time and peak at the right time. And I reckon Hyderabad are peaking beautifully.
I guess we need to have a call again in the evening to.
This is happening.
I
don't think we would want to call it the evening again.
Yeah, because by the evening we'll have an answer.
Yeah.
So, all right, but thank you so much, guys. Thanks a lot for joining in.
Thank you,
Thank you
Riddhima.
so
Thank you,
much.
Brett.
Thank you so much, Brett. Thank you, Riddhima.
Love the energy, love the passion. Thank you so much. And did you have a good time?
Had a great time as always. I'm loving the debates. It's a lot of fun.
It
Love
is
the
indeed
passion.
a lot of fun. The fans add so much flavor, and of course you do as well. So thank you so much for joining us once again on this fantastic 4th episode of Doubtful Review System. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, remember we'll be back again with the season review next week, and we look forward to more fun, laughter, and banter on the Doubtful Review System show. And of course, till then, stay safe. Enjoy the thrilling cricket on display, and also on sportsadda.com you have daily fantasy winnings up to rupees 10,000 and many cricket related games to help you win big. So you don't want to miss that using your cricketing knowledge. And remember, there are Brettley signed hats and cricket balls to be won every single week. So you don't want to miss that as well. Until next time, it's a bye-bye.
See you later. Thank you.